Alright, I'm out here at Barbara Hodge, Mr. and Mrs. Hodge's house. I'm going to remove a couple of bridge cap shingles to check for felt overlap and then reseal them down with some geocell, just to confirm over here on the back left slope has already been approved, so all this stuff's gonna be taken off here in the future. So we're just gonna use this as our test area here. So when removing these, I'm trying to find my fasteners. So I basically come in from the side and under the ridge cap shingle just to kind of wedge that fastener up. You want to try not to have a pull through, just because we're trying to save the shingle. So wedge up a little bit and push it down with your flat bar, then get under the nail or the fastener and then pull them out. It's better to use new fasteners, which I have over my bag, but I think we're here to the other side. This one has 2 fasteners in it, so I'll get both those out. This side does. Let's come. You want to take your time. Sometimes you need to come in from the side, sometimes up from under. But you want to make sure you kind of unseal these edges first. Got a little pull through on this one, but we'll be able to reseal it, work around it some. Oh, I didn't do that bad. It's good. When doing stuff like this, also you want to make sure you have a pretty low slope on your sorry, make sure this thing's still running. Come on. Yeah, alright. You want to make sure you have a pretty low slope flat bar, not anything with a big angle in it, because it will kind of crimp your shingles and cause a little bit more damage or stress on the shingle than what you want. This. Alright, this. You just got to take your time with these things, so you try not to affect them as little as possible. All right, so this one should slide out now. that. No, got a little bit of sealant here. And probably another fastener up here. Yeah, I got another fastener somewhere. There we go. You'll feel that kind of tension point in it. You saw I was kind of wiggling it back and forth, left and right. And I'll start pivoting around that nail that's in there. So, got a first ridge cap shingle removed. I can see the felt overlap now, but I'm not able to kind of lift up and see where these other shingles are. So it is actually good. Usually remove 2 or 3. You want to remove as little as possible, but well, I guess that's all done. There we go. All right, so bring this over here real quick. Okay, so you can see here, basically we have everything exposed. What you want to do is try to lift up and see, but you got to be careful. You don't want to try to do too much here, you know, with unsealing any more shingles, in my opinion. But that's a splice or a little cut in the shingle, right? I mean the felt paper right there, from where that shingle sat up on top of it over time. The oils will leach out of the felt paper, and it gets dry and brittle, and shingles will kind of sit in right there and kind of cut it a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to undo that shingle there, that fastener, and see if I can't maybe lift this up a little bit and see a little bit further in there on what's going on. Or take this nail out here, this fastener, and that one there, and then try to lift this side up. But basically, if you look at it, your most our manufacturer's specifications say that it needs to go 6 to 8 inches when we install it. So that being said, I'm trying to juggle stuff here. You're looking at that. This is your center point. You're looking at that's 6 inches, so it should maybe go all the way out to there, or possibly even up to 8 inches is where we are supposed to have it. You know, for shingle manufacturer recommendations or specifications. Sorry, it's not a recommendation, it's what they say to do. So get this back here. And when I do these also, I like to have my GoPro. Make sure I've got this angle right. Okay. Have a GoPro, or having a second phone that maybe doesn't have service on it that you can get on Wi-Fi later. Have your company cam on this, so you can document while you're doing stuff. More of these fasteners. Again, both of these slopes have been paid for already. We're really just checking felt overlap for another area, so I feel pretty confident with, you know, kind of working with these, because I can seal them back down and know that they're getting covered. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough over the wind. It's not real bad up here, but it's a little windy. to take another bridge cap shingle off too, since I just have exposed fasteners so easy right here. It's just going to give me more room to work with. And just be able to make sure I can verify everything. It's all about proving what you're trying to do here and not just taking a so-so picture or anything like that. Hey dear, how you doing? I'm doing a video for your insurance. So I'm just doing another shingle here on this rig so I can kind of lift these up and get a good look. There we go. So I do not, let's say loud, I do not see the end of that felt going this way, so it probably overlaps this way. It could go either or, you never really know. So that being said, let's see if we can wiggle a few things out here. And I also carry with me a small flashlight that will help, which I'm going to go grab real quick. Alright, so now that I've got all my stuff out, I'm basically going to shine this up under here, take a couple photos. And if I can, sometimes I'll take that little tape measure that I have. I'll show you this. I carry these little tape measures that I get on Amazon, just so they're pocket size. They go up to 6 feet. They're just nice to use. They're like Stanley or something like that. So, reach in and feel. Yeah, so at this point I can't even feel that, and that was like up to here, so that's at least like 4 inches or so. So let's get a couple pictures with the flashlight. To the left, do the same thing to the right, and once again you want to do as little manipulation as possible, but you know, you want to get up here and make sure you're proving yourself, not wasting your time. So I'm gonna take a little video on company cam as well. Alright, so I have removed 3 ridge cap shingles here that we'll reinstall and just seal back down with some geocell. We're on the back left slope of the house. These are 2 slopes that were bought. You can see all the hail marks here and here. So I have my GoPro going here that I'll also have a video of, but I just basically verified and stuck this in with a flashlight. Put my hand in both sides. You know, well, the felt goes, I believe goes this way, but I cannot even feel the edge of this. I'm not sure how well this is getting this lighting wise, but if I'm sticking my hand in and I'm getting all my fingers, so just for an example here, I have to redo that video. Okay, so I've checked the felt overlap. I put my hand in all the way up to my fingers here. Let's see if I can put this up so you can see. That's at least about, sorry. At least about 4 to 5 inches. So I can't tell which side it's going. I don't want to unseal too much here, but we do have a solid felt overlap, and you know, manufacturer specs say go 6 to 8 inches, so I can't even tell which way is lapping over the other. You can see a small splice in here from the shingle where all the oils have leached out of this and it's dried out some, so small little cut there, but you can see that second layer under there, right there. So we do have felt overlap, at least a minimum of 5 inches, you know, I mean, or more, because I can't touch the edges and don't want to adjust anything anymore, or disturb anything, sorry. All right, so now I'm going to go grab new fasteners so I can reinstall these. And basically, when you do that, you want to, all these old holes in here, you want to caulk those and then nail next to it, and then caulk over that a little bit, and then put a little bit of sealant down here on the bottom, as we'll show. Show you something about that real quick. Alright, so I'm going to install this one here first. You can see how these little old nails. So sometimes I even like to go ahead and you want to make sure you're using actually roof cement. And I like to put some over the exposed fasteners here, a little dollop. Just get you a little bit right there, so cooperate. Maybe a dab or two right here on your sealant line where they will be meeting up. It's not too thick because it'll keep it from really sealing down properly. So just stick that right on top. Fill my old holes, put a little dab on top of those. Doesn't take much, just enough to kind of cover it up, keep any water from penetrating through. put two like there were on here, but these are, once again, they're going to be coming off. So a little of the sealant line here. Place your other one on here. It's your top one up here that gets a little difficult because you got to work around the tightness of this one. You also want to make sure that these things are lined up too, because if they catch any wind, you know, you just want to make sure it's nice and sealed properly. And those extra little steps will go a long way when you're just doing these little temporary band-aids. Put a sealant line. This is the one that gets a little bit more tricky just because it's a little tighter in here. Having to lift this shingle up some, you know, you don't want to lift them up too much to be, you know, damaging them or creasing them, but there we go. Looks like I maybe didn't line them up exact, but they are gonna be good enough. To be honest with you, I probably should have started with this one up here, just so I don't end up with that little gap. I just went a little too low on this one. But once again, they'll be in good shape. Notice I didn't put any sealant on this one yet because I knew I was going to kind of stick my hands up in here. Less room to work, you'd end up with that sealant all over your hands. So. A couple of dollops up in here. Go, and we're good to go. And that's removing your ridge caps and stuff like that to check for felt overlap.